in the bans and the draft?
I believe so. So let's just hop over there into the nice ban and draft tool. And
Ardent Alliance is banning first.
yes.
That is a Jewel ban here.
Okay, so Vox still open. That might be interesting for a ban here from VON.
No, it is Scarf.
Oh, so Scarf and Jewel are out of the picture. Ardent Alliance now open for their first pick.
Yes, that is right, and this is Vox, as you said here, not banned, but picked from Flash X. Von is picking Celeste and Taka this time.
Okay, so it's a Celeste and a Taka. If I'm not totally shown off, that is now the other way around. So Taka and Celeste reunited on Von, and before that we had Taka on Ardent Alliance. Interesting is that Vox is open and instantly getting picked there by Ardent and secured, following up by Flash X, just picking Adagio and Glaive, so they are sticking to the Adagio. Very interesting. Blue and I were talking meanwhile when the Tasty Bacon and Valdez were casting about the Adagio pick, and that it is very awesome to see how good of an Adagio Flash X actually is.
Yes, pretty much, and we are just about to see the second game. I think everyone is excited as we are, and since this was a rather fast process, I'm gonna throw it back to Valdez and Tasty Bacon just in this second. Good luck, guys, have fun on the fold.
So welcome back to the Halcyon Fold for game number 2. And Ardent Alliance picking up that Vox. We've seen Mixi do very, very well on both Scarf and Celeste, and I wouldn't expect any less from him on the Vox. A very contested pick, and a very strong pick at that.
Yeah, I love Joseph. Gonna be grabbing the Glaive this time in the jungle. The Taka now over, trading hands onto Von. So we'll have to see. Still with the Adagio means that I feel the early game is going to go in favor of Ardent Alliance in this 2-on-2, as we see Phoenix taking a lot of harass from Flash X already. And that could be important. I mean, again, Taka needs this early game to go extremely well. It did for Ardent Alliance. Will we have a similar story here for Von? As they're going to get invaded very heavily, and the fight is starting up. They're getting a lot of damage onto I Love Joseph, but he's starting to return it onto Von now. Catherine not quite able to be as involved as Adagio is, but they're still looking for this. The potion being popped by Von C will keep him alive, and they do survive the invade. But now, what are you doing? Von E just getting completely lost in rotation there and picked up by Mixi.
Oh yes, very out of position for sure. Just running back, trying to help out her teammates, but was very low on energy at the same time. So kind of just ran into the Adagio, who was like, okay, I guess I'll kill you. And Vox with another very nice rotation, right on time to take her down as well. And right at the get-go, we were talking about the Adagio, you want to fight early, and Ardent Alliance is really making this work.
Yeah, I mean, it may even draw out a ban if this keeps up, as we are going to have at least one more game guaranteed. But Mixi taking a ton of damage here from Von E, and this is the power of that Celeste. Even against a Vox can do just so much damage. One more Heliogenesis will get the kill, but does have to retreat, as Von E was starting to get invaded on by both Flash X and I Love Joseph. Though everyone will back off and move to safety, but only safety for so long, as down in the jungle, Von C is jumping on I Love Joseph again. The healing coming out from Flash X, trying to keep I Love Joseph alive and get a little bit of extra damage, but this is going to be Taka picking up the kill in the 2v2. Those scout traps doing a lot of damage. They're gonna bring down the Celeste and pick up another kill. Celeste wasn't even able to get an assist though, so just going to be making her way down to purchase items from the jungle shop, but a great start there for Von C on this Taka, going 2-0 now.
Yeah, picking up a lot of kills here. Definitely looking more competitive here in this next game. And now Von E coming behind Mixi. Mixi doesn't look like he wants to fight this at all. Just wants to try to dodge these Heliogenesis. But we do see actually the core collapse missing as well. One more auto attack will do it. The heal does come out though, and Celeste not committing to taking down that. Now Catherine coming in, getting the stun onto Flash X, but no follow-up.
Yeah, so continuing to stay at 2-1. It is a slight gold lead still in favor of Ardent Alliance, despite the kill advantage going to Von. But we are going to have to wait and see, because they're going to collapse again onto I Love Joseph, really trying to keep this glaive down and get this Taka ahead. A great afterburn is going to push Von E into the fight, but that actually may have been a minor mistake, because Mixi was doing some serious damage to Von E. However, Von C is going to be the one that gets dropped extremely low and has to try and run away. Will he be able to? Uses that Kaku. Going to get a little bit of healing and, of course, the move speed to run out of there. So no kills picked up from that one, as everyone does back off.
Yeah, and we do have the gold mine now up past 4 minutes, but you know, Von C at this moment in time on that Taka pretty low, so not really able to jump onto that. Just going to continue farming up the jungle, as we do see on the opposite side for Ardent Alliance themselves doing the exact same thing here. And earlier on in this game, we did see actually Mixi dominating the lane, but then Celeste kind of came out of nowhere once she hit like level 3 or 4. Yeah, we saw that engagement a bit earlier on, getting Mixi very low. And now the farm is kind of evened up here, so not too far ahead as Mixi anymore.
Yeah, this is going to be a big 3-man gank coming in. All of Ardent is on this turret, but they are going to be spotted. Von is by that scout trap. Phoenix is going in first, exactly the way you want it. Here comes some damage, though. Phoenix going to get dropped very low. The Gift of Fire is burning on everyone, but here comes the Heliogenesis, and wow, Phoenix just gets dropped. Von C going to get hit back with the Afterburn. Not at all where he wants to be. Von E is not going to be able to pick up any of these kills, although Willie, yes, will get one with the Solar Storm. And now Mixi and I Love Joseph are going to be very, very low. Von E takes a second kill. Von E definitely showing up on the Celeste now. 2 kills for them, and we have ourselves a game.
Oh yes, we do. This definitely is going to be a lot more competitive this time around. Von definitely showing up, and also Mixi not playing the same game. He's made a bunch of mistakes in this one this time around, as we saw in that last fight with him against Celeste. Just went a little bit too far, took too much damage from the minions, and actually used the Sonic Zoom without the resonance as well, and thought he could pick up the kill, but went down for it instead, opening up a lot of farm for the Celeste. We do see now Von C getting a bunch of damage onto I Love Joseph, and is just in the front, tanking a bunch of damage, doing a bit of damage as well, and buying more time for Celeste to just farm up and just distracting Ardent Alliance at this point.
Yeah, right now it's all about trying to get some kills onto these 2 carries for Von. They are going to come right over the scout trap. Phoenix is going to get hit by that one, but if anyone's going to get hit by it, you want it to be your protector. And now, just like that, Von's going to try and pick up this gold mine. This could be risky, as there are the numbers here from Ardent Alliance to try and contest this. The wait for it's going to go out, and the gold mine is going to be picked up by Ardent Alliance. Mixi grabbing that one before they go down, and here comes the Solar Storm. Not going to hit anybody, but Flash X is in a world of trouble. Taka trying to chase him down is going to get the kill. Actually, it goes over to Celeste, and now I Love Joseph falls as well. That is the ace, and the gold mine's going to be taken. Right, nope, they're going to instead decide to go push up the lane. Much better decision to take the turret for 300 gold each, as opposed to the gold mine for approximately 50. So, great job here from Von, and 7-3 now on kills, and also taking a gold lead with that turret destruction.
Yeah, just really nicely done there. A lot of different abilities were used to try to get that gold mine, and of course they did get a bunch of gold, but after all, we do see Vaughn taking the lead in that gold with the turret, as you did mention, and the turret outside of that, getting rid of it, going to give a bunch of map control to this team of Vaughn, and now that they're getting upwards of 6, that early lead that we saw from the Adagio glaive composition is slowly withering away, it's fading away, and this team composition out of Vaughn is not going to be too shabby. I'm actually going to like it here in this mid game.
Yeah, even on CS in the jungle, and a little bit behind is Von E to Mixi, but we saw Von E going behind in CS in lane each game of their semifinal matchup, so not anything to be too worried about. We do see the gold mine having the minion candy on it, and they're trying to get them to fight with the gold miner. He does turn, but they get the kill onto Adagio so early in this fight. I Love Joseph going to be the next one to focus down. The criticals that doing the AoE damage will do some serious work, but they are going to pick up the gold mine, and now Von E moving up into the lane to try and stop Mixi from taking the turret. Does manage to save that one, and it's going to be a decent gold payout from the gold miner as well. Von E is showing up in game 2.
Yeah, taking a lead now, 1.6k gold ahead. Do see Mixi trying to trade now, once again, with both Celeste and this Catherine behind him. He's actually delaying for some time for this Adagio to join the fight and doing a great job of 1v2ing. Now Celeste getting very low, but that Fountain of Renewal coming up in the Solar Storm, but a really nice dodge with the Sonic Zoom. Taka's coming back, trying to get some damage down, but it's not going to be enough. And Mixi does survive at the end of it all, dodging everything with his Nikes on.
That Sonic Zoom was absolutely huge, and a big afterburn going to catch Von C and pick up a kill and a turret there for Ardent Alliance. And now the gold has swung back in their favor. They're going to get blown up by these scout traps, though. And here comes Phoenix with the gold mine. They're looking for a kill onto I Love Joseph. They get one. Going to continue chasing down onto Flash X. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch this one, though. The Heliogenesis does hit. There's the stun from Phoenix and the core collapse. And all of a sudden, it goes right back over into Von's favor. This is the game we all wanted from these finals.
These two teams are actually so evenly matched. That was a really clever play out of the Catherine. She put something like 3 or 4 traps down outside of the minion candy fed gold mine and came out of hiding from that bush with a big stun and eventually secured the kill onto Glaive as well as the Adagio. It was just a really nice job, essentially holding the gold mine by herself at that moment in time.
Yeah, phenomenally done here from Phoenix, able to keep the gold mine in Von's possession, and again, that gold lead back right over into their hands, and now they may be looking for a fight. I don't know if they seem to be doing much better at just kind of picking a fight when they get a good chunk of damage down before it really starts, and that's exactly what they're looking to do here. Von E dropping these Heliogenesis stars all over the place. Not quite connecting with most of them, though. So they're not going to be looking for a fight here. Just continuing to push these minions in, keep the pressure on. They did capture one of the minion mines just to really put pressure onto the lane and try and keep Ardent Alliance forced back on their half of the map. Some huge damage going down onto Flash X. This is going to force recalls out. The minions are pretty far away, though, so I don't think they're going to be able to take advantage of this at all. But a good job. Just going to go clear out the jungle now. Really denying gold from Ardent Alliance at this point in time. Great decisional play from Von at this moment.
Yeah, it was good timing to go back there, actually, at that time, in between the waves. Just a good defense at that turret. So, Ardent Alliance, they definitely know what they're doing. They know how to play from behind. And we've seen it time and time again out of Vox. You know, give him some time. Give him 3 or 4 items. And he's going to come back in this game in a big way if he can land, you know, a very critical wait for it. And the later it goes, as long as there are a bunch of turrets down, you know, the death timers are going to get longer and longer. And, you know, if you can wipe a team very quickly, as Vox often does, definitely will be an option they can wait for in that later game, which explains why they're playing this passive at this moment in time. Vox's build so far, he's got actually an Eve of Harvest, which is also an item you don't too often see. It really just gives him extra sustain, make sure he doesn't go down. Going up against Ataka and the burst damage out of Celeste, that item also doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, the piercing shard being picked up as well. Going to be going towards that broken myth for the third item. Looking at the glaive, he has the tension bow. Still building for a second item though, so a little bit behind. Taka starting off with a breaking point, which is a little bit surprising to me. That Taka, with the early lead that he was able to pick up, Von C didn't go for a tension bow himself to try and really extenuate that lead even further. But of course, the breaking point is going to be so strong in the mid to late game, as we are going to have a pause here coming out.
Yes, pause coming out, and since I was spectating here, moving the camera and seeing for a while Von not moving and being attacked also by the jungle minions, what I spectated for a while, and then watching at our broadcast, we had a delay a few minutes ago moving. So I hope this is just a temporary issue here, and that happened also in the European finals, that a player dropped the connection. And since we have the opportunity here actually to pause the game, I would like to make use of this option to hopefully make sure that Von E is coming back to the game. Quickly checking here on third-party chat apps, trying to reach the players ASAP and see what's going on there, if he dropped the connection and when to resume. Same given as in Europe, we will give the player around about roughly 2 minutes, and checking in between by just cancelling the pause, seeing if the players are moving or not, and then going to another pause again. A very interesting game so far. Von seemed to come on the fold with a much different organization in terms of the fights. So let's quickly get back to us here in the studio in Germany. And yeah, good finals going on. And once again, we make use of this feature just to provide the best quality.
Do you remember the last time when we stopped in EU? Brought it to camera so you guys don't have to look into the black screen all the time, and then we instantly get a message that it should be fine now.
Yeah.
It should be fine now. So
seriously?
Yes.
I thought, why is he telling me that?
I just got that.
Okay, so yeah, let's go back.
Test it
Just
first.
saying hello to you guys. So let us quickly see. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what we like
everything's
to
fine.
see.
See ya.
And hello.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the game. And yeah, we do have Von E or Von or whatever his name is back here in the game. And once again, just looking to siege the turret at this moment in time. They've only taken 1 minion mine, which is kind of interesting. But now going to push it in as the Kraken does spawn. And with the Celeste, they should be able to siege this pretty easily. And also, if they do want to go for a dive, shouldn't be too bad with both the Catherine and the Taka.
Yeah, especially with the lead that they, it's a very small lead in terms of gold, but really, a lot of times you know the teams don't see the actual total gold numbers, so they may look up at it and see 4 to 11, and Ardent Alliance may think, oh man, we're really far behind, and not actually realize that they're dead even in terms of gold. But it's that mental aspect is such an important part of Vainglory, you know, needing to continue to have confidence even if you are behind by 7 kills, because they have been farming up so incredibly well. 162 CS for Mixi, and that's really where a lot of this return or the gold deficit non-existing is from. But this is going to be Von starting up the Kraken.
Yeah, and that just really does point towards that minion mine pickup as well. It can be questionable at times. We see teams often forego taking that for a long time, usually until they get a lot of turrets down or they get the Kraken, stuff like this. But definitely feeding a lot of gold into the hands of Vox, and now picking up that that broken myth, almost at breaking point, and is going to be very farmed up for this fight as the Kraken does move down the lane.
Yeah, they have this turret at about half health. Going to be looking to go in with the Kraken, just continuing to deal damage, though, not looking for a fight, really just wanting to get that turret down. They are going to get the 300 gold each from that. Kraken will continue moving on, takes a big burst from the turret explosion, but hasn't really taken a whole lot of damage. Otherwise, here comes FlashX coming up for the engage. A huge Verse of Judgment is going to stop two of them in their tracks. They get one kill. It is the kill onto Von C, but the Kraken is still beating away at this turret. However, Phoenix is now low. Mixi coming out with this box, doing so much damage. Will get one kill, will get a second kill. Mixi turning this around. The ace for Ardent Alliance.
Yeah, I said it before, this guy is definitely the MVP of this Team Ardent Alliance, and he is turning it on big time as he picks up that broken myth. You could see just the confidence towards the end of that team fight as well. He just knew after the silence wore off from the ultimate of Catherine, he just jumped in. He saw that Celeste was very low energy, and Vox at this point can do so much damage. And look at this, he's jumping in onto Taka and instantly bursts him down, and they're just fighting underneath this turret without a care. Solar Storm comes through, gonna do a bit of damage to I Love Joseph, but they're just gonna easily back off.
Yeah, that turret left in just guarding the base for Ardent Alliance is extremely low, though. So they are actually going to catch Mixi now, and that is going to be a big kill picked up. 40 seconds of not having to worry about this Vox. I would definitely expect him to try and push in and just grab that turret because of how low it is. It's going to be a very easy take. Just need to be careful. Von E does make sure that Phoenix is at least nearby to prevent a engage and getting caught by that afterburn. But I Love Joseph is going to be recalling there. So yeah, this turret's going to go down in just 1 or 2 hits. That will be another 300 gold each for Von. And our gold lead, it's actually in favor of Ardent Alliance despite being down 4 kills. But the map pressure is definitely in favor of Von, having 3 of those turrets destroyed to only the 1 that Ardent Alliance has picked up. And now they grab the second minion mine, just really wanting to keep this pressure on.
Yeah, let's see if they can do that. The Kraken is going to be a while before it spawns once again, and with both minion mines taken, as I said before, a lot of gold going to be moving down the lane unless they do push with it. And just going back to Mixi, he did a fantastic job taking out the Taka after essentially owning up the team fight himself, but just again, overconfidence coming out there. He didn't really need those minions. He's already extremely farmed up, and him staying alive is a lot more important at this point as we're nearing the 20-minute mark here. He really can't afford to die anymore, or else it's going to be a huge swing back into the Team Von favor.
Yeah, and they do go and recapture that minion mine just to ease some of that pressure from the lane, but that's should probably just be recaptured very quickly, as Von really wants to keep control of that, especially with Kraken being back up. Having both minion mines is going to force Ardent Alliance to have to play a little bit more defensively, having to put in more effort to clear out those minions. They do see them all in the lane, though, and so here comes the play. They're going to try and collapse on them from behind. This is such a risky call, but if it works out, it will work out wonderfully. They have them under the turret. Here they come going in. There's no speed up, though, and the turret just gets destroyed. FlashX only going to hit Von E with the ultimate, and that's a big Solar Storm. It's going to drop Mixi very low, but Mixi is surviving so well with that lifesteal. Mixi is making the plays happen. That's 1 kill picked up, 2 kills, and 3 kills, and Ardent Alliance pick up the ace and are going to shove in Mixi is going out of control here.
That was unbelievable, man. I was getting chills during that fight. He was just jumping around, Sonic zooming away from everything, as you mentioned. Huge sustain coming out of the Eve of Harvest, and not even giving a care. Just running around all the other enemies and taking down the entire team in the meanwhile. So going to be able to open up the base and take game number 2 for Ardent Alliance, looking stronger than ever at the end of this one.
What a game. Ardent Alliance going up 2-0, now sitting on match point. 1 win away from $5,000 and a trip to Seoul, South Korea for a spot to play in the VIPL. Absolutely phenomenal play from Mixi here. They were down almost all game. It looked like this was going to be Von's game to win, pushing us into game 3, tied 1 apiece. But then all of a sudden, Mixi finished off that broken myth and just absolutely turned online, carrying this team to the victory. What a play. 216 farm in a 21-minute game. And the other big thing I want to point out was at the end there, all 3 members of Ardent Alliance buying the double weapon or the double infusions there, weapon and crystal infusion for all 3 members, just knowing that they were going to be getting into a fight that could mean the entire game. So a great job by Ardent Alliance taking the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, just incredible experience you can see just in this team when they play, and all the items as well, just to shortly point them out. Just 1 Aegis put onto Vox, but double Fountain of Renewal and a Crucible and a Warhorn with the Journey Boots on Vox means he's going to be super fast, he's never going to go down, and at minute 21 with 3 damage items, along with one of them being Eve of Harvest, he's essentially not going to die and kill your entire team. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Vox ban in the next game. Actually, I would say maybe even 100%, depending on who's got first pick, of course. But enough of that. Let's hand it over to the guys in Germany once again to see what they thought about that game.